Hello, everyone. My name is Silvi Fadilla Ramadhani, and my listener number is 123. In this opportunity, I am going to explain and give a presentation about the portrayal of gender based double standards in the movie series Bridgerton 2020. So, Bridgerton is an American series created by Chris Van Lissen and produced by Sonda Rhimes. The series is adapted from the novels of Julia Quinn, who is famous as a historical romance writer. It starts airing on December 25, 2020, and it's managed to make history for Netflix after being watched by 82 million accounts in the first 28 days of its broadcast. Bridgerton tells a story of a British noble family with the tradition of matchmaking, while the victims of the matchmaking itself are young women whose age is considered to be suitable for marriage. Okay, to introduce, the series Bridgerton is one of the shows that a great success, especially for the subscribers of the Netflix streaming service, and it describes the life of an English noble family complete with the custom of matchmaking which held every season. And here in the series, the main character is Daphne, who must follow the tradition of matchmaking typical of the British royalty. However, actually, she didn't want the matchmaking itself. So this series describes the position of women, which is closely related to the issue of feminism today. And from the matchmaking, women's rights are increasingly being taken away and not being listened by the society, the community, and especially men. It illustrates a double standard and shows that women do not have the right to determine their own lives and to to determine the life of a woman. They require authorization from an older brother or father as patriarch in their family. And as a result, there are inequalities that arise between these two genders. Okay, so what what exactly is double standard? The double standard theory proposed by Fauci in 1996, and it shows that ordinary people use different standards to make inferences about the ability of others based on the social status of their group. Community groups with the low status, such as women here and members of minorities, will be given a lower assessment or standardization than individuals with the high status due to the generalization process of status. And based on this theory, Fauci argued that girls' abilities are perceived as different from those of boys and that disadvantaged members of the minority are evaluated as likely to be judged as smarter than members of the majority, even when considering the same level of performance. So here, a double standard is a principle or policy that is applied in a different manner to similar things without proper justification. And essentially, this means that a double standard itself occurs when two or more things, such as individuals or groups, are treated differently when they should be treated the same way. Okay, moving on to the analysis. So, in the Bridgerton series, young women, including Daphne, are positioned as members of a minority who are inferior to men. And this is shown by the positioning of Daphne as the first daughter who must obey the orders of her parents, brothers, and the habits of British royalty to join an arranged marriage. And in this series, society feels that married women have a higher status than unmarried one, and the context of marriage is symbolized as a medium to improve the woman's family life here. So, indirectly, Daphne is positioned as a medium of exchange that must be given a value. Okay, and here, Daphne's family urged her to join the matchmaking event, which started with a dance which was also attended by the male nobles. Well, here Daphne had almost no right to choose which man she would marry. Everything is under the control of his brother named Anthony. So during the dance, Daphne was accompanied by him, and Anthony positions himself as a man who has to make decision for his younger sister. So here, really close. This is closely related to the patriarchal system, which has been something that the feminists have been fighting for. Here, Anthony considers that women should not choose their own mate. He feels that he has more right to determine which man deserves to marry his sister. And in this case, Daphne is not given the space to express her right, her wishes, because here a society thing or the men think that the woman's opinion is meaningless. Okay, and furthermore, there is a scene where Daphne has to wait at home and invite men into her house in order to find the ideal companion for her. Again, Daphne actually hates this, which is shown by the narration then that makes someone reluctant to become Daphne's lover. And this is symbolized as a form of women's resistance to the attitudes that have been given by society. Daphne's mother had the patriarchal tendencies. Patriarchy itself is a social system that places men as the main central authority figures in social organizations, and the position of men is higher than that of women in all aspects of social, cultural, and economic life. Her mother thinks that the perfect life for a woman is a marriage that is positioned as a wife and a mother who has many children. Okay, and not only that, but also this series shows that there are so many people who think that women don't need a high education because they will end up getting married and become housewives. However, men can have a high education even though at the end they will also get married as same as women. And this can be seen clearly from the treatment of Lady Featherington and Lady Bridgerton, who forbade Penelope and Elise to read books. Books are considered to be messy, even confusing their children, and they think that reading books is not useful, is not important because they will end up getting married. Ironic, isn't it? Okay, so to conclude from the analysis, from the introduction, Bridgerton is a Netflix series that is loved by many audiences, including Indonesian audiences. And this series is full of meaning in life, especially when it comes to women. However, it also portrays the existence of gender-based double standards that often happened in our society without us knowing. And Bridgerton interprets that women have to live their life under someone's control, and which is man, and however men can have a life without getting controlled by anyone and can control anyone whatever they want. And here the matchmaking ritual that is how every season for British royal families. Married women are considered to have a better social position than unmarried ones. Marriage is something sometimes shown as a means of improving the woman's family life, and as a result, Daphne is implicitly positioned as a means of trade that must be assigned a value. So, from the matchmaking, women's rights are progressively being taken away and ignored. Okay, so that is all my presentation. Thank you all for watching. And if you have any comment and question, don't hesitate to drop it. So yeah, thank you and have a nice day. Bye.